City, it's the Wendy Williams Show. Now, here's Wendy.
You're the one. Thank you for watching. And say hello to my co-host, my studio audience. How you doing? Okay, I saw what is it, the blood moon? I saw it. So let's get started. It's time for Hot Topics. So I saw the blood moon. Did you see it? They said it hasn't happened since the 1800s. I figured some sort of good luck thing or whatever. It's like 7:45 this morning. I saw it on our commute. So I was grocery shopping yesterday, and I had my head in the grocer's freezer, and I hear squealing, and it turns out to be Flora in the front row with the white, yes, hi Flora. All right, let me tell you what had happened. So we're at the Whole Foods here in Chelsea, and Flora is from Wisconsin, and she's only in New York for a week. And I said, well, have you ever been to our show? She said, no, it's on my bucket list. She said, can we take a selfie? I said, no. Can I get a hug? I said, no. But, you know, I don't hug and selfie and stuff. But I said, come to the show. And I gave her the correct information, and here you are. Yeah. Thank you, Flora. So, the State of the Union was on last night. I got stuck on Andrew Dice Clay's show, actually, which is actually fabulous. So I was back and forth. Melania, though, arrived on her own, which is breaking tradition, because normally the First Lady and the President arrive together. So that's making quite the statement. Boy, that hair is a one-trick pony, isn't it? It's never a side part, never an off-center part. She's in a beautiful Dior suit. That is not Baron. She's wearing a D&G blouse and a pair of Louboutin shoes, being checked out by the cop. I think, yeah, she's making a statement. You know, Stormy Daniels is going on tour, you know, on talk shows and stuff. She was on Kimmel last night. And this has got to be thoroughly embarrassing for Melania. All she wanted was a green card and a baby. You know, a green card and a baby. And look at what has happened. So, oh, and the clapping and the standing up. They do more clapping there than we do here. And then Trump claps for himself. And then at one point, I saw him have everybody else clap, like he's encouraging his own audience, like clap. It was just awkward, and he only talked to one side of the audience, which I thought was weird. You know, you have to pan to everyone. You can't just be a one-side pony. What did I think? Ugh, I didn't care. I mean, and I could not stay up to watch Jimmy Kimmel, but I knew that we'd have the highlights here this morning with Stormy Daniels, the porn star, who's, well, take a look.
Do you have a non-disclosure agreement?
Do I?
But I got 3 carats here.
They better be diamonds.
There's a carat, there's a carat, and there's a carat. Stormy Puppet, perhaps, can answer some questions. And look who's here with us. It's Donald in his underpants. Have you ever made love to anyone whose name rhymes with Lonald Lump?
Yeah, I'll call you whatever you want me to call you, baby.
You know, she's 38, and I know she's been in the game of porn for a while, but it looks, she's like a dusty-looking throwback porn star, right? Like dusty-looking. If you saw her walk out, like this dress right here, what the hell? And I have big boobs, I know. But she just looks wild and sloppy. Just nasty. I wonder if they'll get a divorce once he leaves the White House. Then again, why? It's a marriage of convenience. I'm sure they haven't, you know, had sex in years, since Barron. So she's making her rounds. She's supposed to be on The View tomorrow. Listen, they were asking you here, would we like to have her? I said no. What's she gonna say? We had Jordy Lippy, who did the original article, with including 3 lie detector tests. If you watched yesterday's show, you know, we talked about that from In Touch magazine. Stormy Daniels is lying. She knows what she did, and now she's on her Make America Horny Again tour. At 38 years old, all worn out down below. Excuse me, I call it like I see it. She wouldn't be a good guest, trust me. All right, so now we know why Omarosa is going to be in the Celebrity Big Brother house. It's for a juicy paycheck. And the promise of something else, which I don't think they're gonna keep their promise, but anyway. When she left the White House, she reportedly got this deal. She was getting deals, according to People, from all, not People magazine, but People, folk. From all over the world to do reality TV. She ultimately went with CBS, who offered her $1.3 million to do Celebrity Big Brother. Plus, they also dangled the carrot of, you know, and then, you know, well, you can get your own talk show after that. That's not the part I believe. Write the book. And don't do it in the house because everybody's going to be watching and those cameras below are gonna zoom down on the pages. Just write the book and write the book. If Omarosa had a talk show, would you watch Clap? We do it by claps here. Oh, one person. Okay. Well, look, Celebrity Big Brother begins February 2nd on CBS. A sad day for DMX, who continues to dig himself into a hole, so I really can't feel sorry for him. I can only feel sorry for his children and his baby's mothers. Not them either, actually. When they laid down, they knew what they were getting into. So, he was sentenced to go back to jail yesterday. He was originally out on probation, awaiting sentencing for tax evasion. And the judge said that he broke probation by leaving rehab and failing a drug test. Oh, he didn't just fail, honey. It was an epic fail. Cocaine, opioids, and Oxycontin. Look, he's just skipped over weed. You know it's bad when you just skip over weed. The most basic. Anyway, the judge became suspicious after DMX, or of DMX, after TMZ posted a video of him at a bar last week. He's being animated, he's at the bar, he's talking with his hands. The thing is that I like judges who stay on top of pop culture, you know, or at least you have your kids do it. You know, you just can't be old and judgy and not know what's going on out here in the world regarding, you know, your pop culture people. So he's claiming that he relapsed last month after his 1-year-old son was hospitalized with a fever. Now he has 15 children by 5 babies' mothers. Excuse me? Okay. By 9 babies' mothers. And I don't know, I don't feel sorry for him. I feel like he's never taken rehab seriously. 60 days or 30 days is not enough for a guy like this. I still feel like he's still got gas in his tank to do, you know, party up and all that other kind of stuff. He still looks good, considering all the drugs and poison that he's put in his body. You know, but if he goes in like for a full summer or something like that, just like clean up. And then when you know, anyway, he's gonna remain in jail until he's sentenced on March 28th. And his attorney is asking the judge to move up his sentencing by 1 day. Because, Judge, I got Mets tickets. Hey, Mets tickets are hard to come by, I hear you. Why do I have to miss the Mets? Because a drug addict is going back to jail. So he's facing 5 years in prison. How about 5 years of rehab? You know, how about 5 years of rehab? It's very sad. Speaking of people with a lot of kids and sloppy situations, Fetty Wap has a lot of drama with the women in his life. He's... But he's still cute. So he's got 6 kids by 6 women, 1 on the way, and he's only 26 years old. The negrosity of it all. What is going on? Okay, the babies' numbers, they are in ages 2, 3, 4, 5. They're less than 2 years apart. I just think that this is very, very sloppy. He says he has money. He considers himself wealthy. I've never met Fetty Wap, but you know, I like him. I don't know that he has the career to sustain, you know, all these kids. In 3 years, will we know who Fetty Wap is? Or is he a one-hit wonder, like Gangnam Style? I mean, not a one-hit wonder. He's certainly done more than Gangnam Style, but you know what I mean? You lose track of these artists, and then they lose track of their money between not paying taxes, spending too much on Rolexes, you know, and fast cars, and just not taking care of their situation. So they say he's worth, well, he says he's worth $22 million. Money disappears fast when you have all those kids and you're so young. And not focused. Wow. And the baby's moms, they know what they're getting into. Like, you know, if you get with a guy and he already has 2 kids by 2 different baby's moms, aren't you skeptical about being the third? Even if he's cute and want to date him and stuff, don't you swear you're using a condom and you will not be baby's mom number 3? So, I don't feel bad for the women, but I do feel bad for the children. So, Matt Lauer allegedly wants to do an exclusive sit-down interview, but there's only one person that he wants to ask the questions. Hoda Kotb. Matt feels that Hoda's gonna go easy on her because, you know, they're friends and like that. Hoda, don't do it. I'm gonna tell you why. Number 1, nobody wants to see a soft shoe interview with Matt. We want you to stab him, and stab him. Stab, 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 stab. And why taint yourself with his whack juice? You have your position now. You have your position now there in the morning. And as soon as Kathy Lee finds a replacement for you, then you can really, really stretch your stuff. You know, I don't like her in the 4th hour anymore. It's not quite, you know, she's coming from a serious situation and going and yuck it up with Kathy Lee. Hoda, Stay away from Matt Lauer. And Matt Lauer, the only way I'd watch an interview with you is if Ann Curry did it. Okay? Sources are saying that Matt wants to move to Hollywood and become a movie producer and fund documentaries. Well, look, maybe not a movie producer, but he's got plenty of money to fund documentaries. He doesn't have to call his production studio, Matt Lauer Productions, to fund interesting documentaries and things like that, and just keep your hands to yourself while doing it. Why not? Besides, on second thought, not even Ann Curry, I don't even think I care about an exit interview with Matt Lauer. We know all we need to know. You're one of them. Get out. So Porsha and Kandi are still warring. You recall, I watched on Sunday night's episode. Porsha thought Kandi was making amends by inviting her to her Essence magazine cover party. And then Porsha's sitting alone. Hey there, lonely girl. Kandi's greeting was weak to Porsha. Porsha realized that that Kandi was being rude and weak. So Porsha, she's got that form of Dish Nation, so she's able to clap back. You got her good, Porsha. Hit it.
I accepted the invitation because, if you're trying to get to a better place with somebody and they invite you somewhere, especially something special like this, I felt like I needed to go to show my support, as an effort towards doing better in our relationship. And once I got there, I still kind of was like, okay, I knew it was going to be a little awkward. But then watching the show last night, I was like, this girl's so petty. Like, it was just like beyond pathetic, beyond classless. I thought it was ridiculous. And then plus, I didn't know that she was giving the invitation begrudgingly. Like, oh, I'm gonna invite her so she can see what winning looks like. Baby, you're not the only one getting blessed, honey. And I already thought that she thought she was better than me and better than other people, and now I see it, and that's not humble, sweetie. Check your attitude.
Yeah, of course, the origin of their fighting is because Porsha said that Kandi has a sex dungeon, and we still don't know whether she does or she doesn't. She's got the house next door. For all we know, there could be things going on in there. Kandi is fluid, and Kandi's got the sex toys, and Todd would probably go along to get along and love it. But the point is, Kandi, we forgot all about the fight. Grow up and stop being high school. If I were you and Porsha got there, I would give her an Academy Award-worthy hello. Embrace her, hello, and just make amends. It's unbelievable the day that you see Porsha be bigger, in terms of maturity, than Kandi. What is going on? Oh, it's a sad day. It's a sad day when everybody thinks that they can do remakes of shows and have them work. I don't want to see Martin make a comeback. Because Tommy's dead. Martin is still off to the left. Martin is still not right. He and Gina had to film like towards the end of the series. They had to film their scenes separately because they didn't get along, Gina and Martin. Everybody's older. What we liked about the show is because they were like 20-somethings jumping around, crawling through windows, talking loud and acting stupid. I don't want to see, 50-year-old people doing that. And please don't bring in grandchildren and all that stuff. Just, Martin is such a classic show. Martin's fiance recently posted, got word from my fiance that my favorite show may be coming back. I don't know whether it would be the original cast or a new cast, but some things are just left better alone. And that would be Martin. Clap if you think it should come back. Don't come here with wishy-washy claps, okay? Clap it like you mean it. These service animals, where do we stop? How about I bring my dog on a plane and say he's my service animal? I'm a nervous wreck. He's got to come on the plane. Oh my God. Oh my God, the terminal would clear out. There's a woman who tried to bring a peacock on a plane. Well, she needs it for emotional support. Emotional support, oh yes. The peacock is very trained, sat on her shoulder there on a flight from Newark to LA, a 5-hour flight, you gotta deal with a peacock. Don't birds poop every place, all the time? And I wonder if the peacock fanned out in the middle of the flight. Or do you put a scrunchie around the ponytail? I would call the fire marshal or the air marshal or something. I couldn't do it. That's a lot of nerve, you know what I mean? These people are bringing snakes on planes now and spiders and all kinds of stuff, saying that they are, you know, emotional support creatures. What's next, a lion? I don't like animals on planes. None of them, not even furry cats. Nope. Hey, keep clapping, a little louder. Yeah, we got more great show for you, everybody. Up next, from the hit Netflix show One Day at a Time, Justina Machado is here. So grab a snack and come on back.